Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Today we have an extra special car to show you. It's owned by a very good friend of mine, and I'm very anxious to show it. So let's take a look at it. This car is a 1959 Devin. The Devin, of course, were fiberglass bodies made to be put on all sorts of different chassis. This car started life as a Devin 295. It was called the 295 because they literally were selling them for $295 back in 1959. I think, my opinion is, a lot of the Devin bodies, people bought these cars and didn't realize how involved they were to really make them into a race car or a street car. This Devin body was purchased, attempts were started, but it never really got finished. It went through a number of owners. Recently, there was a fellow who tried to put the car together, I'm going to say in the late 90s, didn't complete it, and then finally the car was purchased by a very significant car collector who has a large collection of cars and does a lot of very high-end cars. He bought this car and money cost was no object, and they turned it into what it is now. So I'm actually going to do two videos on this car. I'm going to do right now just a little bit of the history and talk about some of the cosmetic issues. I'll do a second one on more technical aspects of what it is. But basically, it's a 1959 Devin. It is built on a Triumph chassis, a Triumph motor. It is more a track car at this point, a rally car, a race car. It is streetable. The suspension is set up very stiffly. So the body itself is Devin. It's all fiberglass. When they decided to do this car conceptually, you'll see they changed some design elements. They wanted to pick up more of a Ferrari-esque front end. I think the car is just drop dead gorgeous. It's one of those cars, I like Devins anyway, but when you look at this one, all the different angles, it just flows beautifully. They added plexiglass covered headlights right here. Most notably, the way they did the hood scoop, where they have the rivets going all around it. Very, very late 50s, cool look. It's a real hood scoop. They changed the size of the openings in the car. These are, of course, alloy wire wheels, chrome wheels, polished alloy wheels. They're gorgeous. We have Dunlop racing tires on the car right now. I love what they did with the bullet mirrors. Also love what they did with the custom-made windscreen. All these parts were custom done for this car. So this is a fitted clear plexiglass, windscreen, polished aluminum trim piece. They have the really cool hold downs. So most of the work on this car was done 2008-2010 timeframe. It was done by D.L. George Coachwork, which is a very, very well-known, very high-end, and I know David quite well, shop who specializes in a lot of pre-war cars and does custom body work. And they were the ones who oversaw this project. So the level of work that went into this and the quality of work is not something you would normally see in a Devin, quite honestly. This car was prepped and done more like it was a Bentley, Maserati, Ferrari, Alfa, pre-war Alfa, something like that. So coming along into the interior of the car, we are checking. We think there's a passenger seat. We're inquiring with the owner. We think there's a matching passenger seat. If there is, of course, we'll add it to the auction. If you look at the dashboard of the car, it's all in the details on this car. Beautiful wood-rimmed steering wheel, beautiful instrumentation. Bruce was insisting that the instruments look period correct and older. We have an amp gauge, water temperature, tach, and water pressure. This is a temperature gauge also, and honestly, I'm not sure what that one is. We have the cool old ignition switch that goes in, and you push the starter button to start it. Period correct old switches. I love this part. They have period correct fuse boxes with period correct wires. Of course, everything is new, but this is the level of work that went into this car is normally reserved for much more expensive cars. This is cool how you see the aluminum alloy shifter top coming up. And when you look closely at the tub, all the aluminum they created, the riveting. It's just beautifully done. And David's shop does a lot of pre-war cars, a lot of 50s and 60s race cars, so they know how to get the look. And this car absolutely has the look. We have a 4-point racing harness in the car. It's a leather seat. It does not move. The seat is bolted in. So you'd either want to change and put rails on it or bring a bolster, or it may fit you. I'm 5'8". I drive the car pretty comfortably. It's a little bit of a stretch for me to reach all the pedals. Even the details, this is a British latch. This is on all the MG TDs, TFs, name it, they all have this. But looking at this right here, this is so cool how they made this hinge. And of course, all the screws are beautifully lined up. And this is just the hinge on the car. Many times they're kind of Mickey Mouse, they're nothing to this level. Just beautifully done. Coming along the back of the car, of course, they have the scoop here on the side, the headrest coming back. The rear of the car is gorgeous also. Again, they're following through on the theme of all the rivets going around here. This is a fake gas filler. This is nothing there. It's just for looks. I'll show you in the next video. This comes off. There is a fuel cell. It's accessed right. It is right under here, but it's filled right here. They did the riveting theme around here. They have sculpted lights back here. All just the little details are just gorgeous. One of the few cosmetic flaws on the car is right here, and we took pictures of this. It's hard to photograph. There's a crack in the fiberglass right here. It's that long, and there's a smaller one right here. And that's kind of it. The rest of the body has held up very well. It has gone on a couple of tours. It's been driven very, very lightly. This is a car qualify for VSCCA racing. It would probably, with the right person, could qualify for the Colorado Grand. Be a fun car for that. So it is neat. It is a true Devin body. It is a true Triumph chassis and a true Triumph motor. Coming along this side of the car, they chose to follow the racing tradition. There is no door here. This is all solid along the side of the car. And over here they have the required kill switch for any kind of racing, vintage racing or regular racing. That's exposed kill switch. And again, you can just see the design, the simplicity, the way they approach this car. It looks like a late 50s, early 60s racer, that Spartan look. It also has, the steering column does adjust up and down to 3 different positions. There's a pin there you can pull out. The steering wheel will go up and down slightly. So we took a bunch of pictures of this car. It's one of those cars, it's gorgeous from every angle. And I've always liked Devins. I just think they are so cool. I do vintage racing, so I see these cars off and on. I've owned a couple Devins, and I love them. I love the whole story behind the Devin company, and it's just really cool. And to see one like this car has probably had well over 250, maybe closer to 300,000 spent to build this car the way it is. And that's mostly because of the level of the craftsmanship that went into it and the people that were involved to build it. So it is clearly one of the better Devins around. I hate it when people say the best on the planet. I don't use that term, but it's a very, very good Devin. So please ask us any questions you may have. I am going to do another video with all the bonnet off and the trunk off, just to sort of look at some of the technical aspects of the car and talk about it. We did a cold start video, and we're going to do a driving video that I am really looking forward to. This will be fun in this car. So thanks for watching the video.